Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Let me holler at y'all for a minute, man. Oh, maybe it's me, but I truly believe that the overall simp population is getting bigger and bigger, right? It's like shit is becoming an epidemic. How cats want to pander to women on a daily basis. It's truly disturbing. Take one Joe Budden, right? Everybody saw the video that went viral a couple weeks ago. When Michael B. Jordan called out the chick for calling them corny. We saw that. If you was like me, if you're anything like me, you loved it. You know, corny kid is successful now, and the chick that called him corny, who ain't even a black woman, she's doing a podcast that don't nobody know nothing about. Mediocre, subpar podcast that don't nobody know nothing about, don't nobody care about. But I digress. Joe Budden felt the need to weigh in on this situation with Michael B. Jordan to the point where he felt the need to call the man out. That's some corny shit that he did, calling the girl out. He shouldn't have did that. He was out of line. He was out of pocket. Ain't it funny how a man like Joe Budden loves to defend black women, yet he refuses to date them? Ever noticed that about Joe Budden? He wants to defend black women, but he refuses to date them. Because, according to Joe Budden, Latino women are so much better. His words, not mine. But I find it interesting that Joe Budden thinks he's in a position to call somebody corny when you came out and pretended to be bisexual just to boost the ratings on your trash ass podcast. What man you know, what real man you know, pretends to be bisexual just for views? See, the problem with Joe Budden is that Joe Budden is terrified, right? He's scared. He's terrified of what we call cancel culture. So he'll say anything or do anything to keep from being canceled. Even pretending to be bisexual. Even pretending to like men. I mean, he was on his own podcast talking about, I shook the culture up. I shook the cage. That's what he said. I shook the cage when I came out and said I was bisexual. Imagine if I sucked a dick. Imagine if you did. What, nigga? What? Are you kidding me, Joe Budden? Imagine if you sucked the dick. What real man you know pretends to is even on some bullshit like that? What real man you know pretends to talk about some shit like that, to be on some shit like that? Michael B. Jordan is corny, but according to Joe Budden. But Joe Budden pretends to be bisexual and going around here talking about sucking dick. That's the corny shit I've ever seen. If that ain't corny, nigga, I don't know what is. And then we have the alleged accusations of abuse. I say alleged because I don't know if it's true or not. So I can't say it is. I can't say it ain't. But I do know that Michael B. Jordan has never been accused of punching a woman in her face and breaking her nose, allegedly. I also know that Michael B. Jordan has never been accused of throwing a woman down a flight of stairs, allegedly. And I also know that Michael B. Jordan has never been accused of fracturing a woman's ribs, allegedly. See? So, if anything, this is a perfect example of the pot calling the kettle. That's what that is. The pot calling the kettle. You understand me? Shit is a disgrace, man. But it is what it is. But real heads know the times. We don't rock with niggas like Joe Budden. Because that nigga's a coward. He's a simp. And he's afraid. He's afraid of being canceled. So he panders and he kisses ass and he bows down. He bows down. And that podcast, it just goes to show you that it really ain't hitting like that. I mean, how many more hosts are you gonna add to the show, Joe Budden? You got the other two cats that replaced the previous two cats that was on there, Mal and the other guy. And now you brought on Queen's Flip and Melissa Ford with her basic washed up ass. Melissa Ford is so washed. Is anybody checking for her anymore? Was anybody checking for Melissa Ford before she went on Joe Budden's podcast? Was anybody checking for her before she went on that podcast? Because I know I wouldn't. I actually forgot Melissa Ford even existed. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But you tell me, though. You know what I mean? What you think about it? Holla.